What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Safuu protocol, and I'm going to be telling you some important information that you need to know if you are considering getting invested in Safuu, or if you are already a Safuu token holder, because there are some very big changes that are coming soon that are very important to know about. But first, I've got to say, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube sharing my thoughts and experiences. Always do your own research and consult a financial advisor before you make any type of investment. Okay, now with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Now, Safuu is an auto-compounding, auto-staking, rebasing protocol that's been around since the beginning of March 2022, and it's certainly one of the best known and most popular protocols, and it has a pretty high fixed APY that's over 383,000. And one of the big concerns with these auto-compounding rebasing type protocols is sustainability. And a lot of people want to know before they get invested in a protocol like that with a high APY is, how is this project going to sustain? What are they going to do to maintain that fixed APY? And in my opinion, Safuu is one of the protocols that has really done a lot to add new features, new utilities, new revenue streams, and new ways to maximize growth and value for the investors, and ultimately to try and achieve a long-term sustainability. And they are really doing some innovative things, some would say unorthodox things, but definitely very ambitious and creative things to continue growing this protocol and growing the entire Safuu ecosystem. Now, if we look at the current price of the Safuu token, here is the 1 month chart, and we can see that it has just been continuing to rise over the last month. And right now, the current price is $25.36. And I believe much of this positive price action is due to some big news that has been coming out about these new developments that are happening. And I'm going to explain that in just a moment. But first, let me just give you a brief introduction into what Safuu is. So here is the Safuu website. And you see here it says it's the highest paying APY protocol. The APY is 383,025.8%. And there are currently over 154,000 investors. Okay. So the Safuu protocol is the highest auto-paying and compounding protocol available, a massive 383,025.80%. Now there's also Safuu X, which I'll be talking about in just a moment. This is the world's first rebasing blockchain rewarding developers and users, and it's due to be released in 2023. And there's Safuu Racing, and that is Safuu's very own branded racing team helping market and promote the brand throughout the UK. I'll be discussing that more in just a moment as well. Now, if we go down here, you see they have a calculator for how much can I earn, right? So it has your initial investment set at 1,000 USD, and you can slide this to see what your return on the investment would be after a given number of days. And you could see that, for example, at 180 days from $1,000, if the price remained the same, you could have 57,853. And of course, if you slide it all the way to 365 days, that $1,000 investment would turn into $3,746,386 US dollars. So this is a powerful marketing tool that they use to attract new investors. Many other rebasing protocols have a similar type of thing on their website, and it helps to get people excited about investing with this protocol. And so that is technically mathematically accurate given the amount of interest that's paid out. But again, that does assume that the price remains the same. So if during the course of that time, the price went down, then your return would be less. If the price went up, then it could be potentially more. Okay, now here is the countdown for when the interest will be paid next. Then they have some information about the latest competitions that they have, some different giveaways and stuff. If we continue going down, here is kind of a brief summary of what the Safuu protocol is. So it says here, Safuu provides a decentralized financial asset which rewards users with a sustainable fixed compound interest model through use of its unique SAP protocol. Safuu delivers the industry's highest fixed APY paid every 15 minutes and a simple buy, hold, earn system that grows your Safuu portfolio in your wallet at a lightning fast pace. So this is a rebasing token. It's auto compounding, meaning that all you have to do is buy it and hold it, and then every 15 minutes you are given interest. So the number of Safuu that you hold in your wallet will continue to compound every 15 minutes. And there is the contract address. All right, how the protocol works. Safuu is the native token in which interest rebase rewards are paid. Every token holder receives 0.02355% interest every 15 minutes just for holding Safuu tokens in their wallet. The Safuu token. Safuu is the native token in which interest rebase rewards are paid. Every token holder receives 0.02355% interest every 15 minutes just for holding Safuu tokens in their wallet. It's auto staking and compounding. Crypto's highest paying auto staking and auto compounding protocol with the highest fixed APY in the industry of 382,945%. Interest rewards are compounded every 15 minutes for every BSC wallet holding any Safuu tokens. And the Safuu Insurance Fund, or the SIF. The SIF serves as an insurance fund to achieve price stability and long-term sustainability of the Safuu protocol by maintaining a consistent 0.02355% rebase rate paid to all Safuu token holders. Safuu Auto Liquidity Engine, or the SALE, or SALE. Okay, liquidity allows for anybody to buy and sell their Safuu/BNB at any time. However, the less money/liquidity there is in the pool, the worse price you get. SALE adds more liquidity to that pool by itself. The Safuu Treasury. The Treasury supports the SIF in the event of an extreme price drop in the Safuu token. The Treasury also funds investments, new Safuu projects, and marketing for Safuu. Then there's the Safuu Fire Pit. 2.5% of all Safuu traded are burnt in the fire pit. The more that is traded, the more get put into the fire, causing the fire pit to grow, reducing the circulating supply and keeping the Safuu protocol stable. The Safuu Ecosystem. Safuu is more than just a rebasing and compounding protocol. It is an ecosystem of blockchain-inspired ventures adding utility to the Safuu token. Now, this is kind of a graphical representation of all of the different ventures that Safuu has been getting into. And I really like to see this with these rebasing, auto compounding type of protocols, because one of the big concerns with these rebasing tokens is sustainability. A lot of investors wonder how it's possible to sustain these high APYs. And if the protocol doesn't develop new things, new utilities, etc., it seems almost impossible. But one thing that I really love about Safuu as a project is that they have continued to add new features, new utilities, new ways to give value to the investors, new ways to attract more investors. And they're doing this in very creative ways. And a lot of the things that Safuu has been doing are completely different than any other protocol that I've seen. And I think that it has huge potential to grow into something even bigger. And hopefully you'll see what I mean. So the Safuu protocol is the heartbeat of our entire ecosystem, providing more than just a DeFi protocol token. Now, this is the Safuu X, okay? Safuu X will be the world's first auto rebasing and compounding blockchain with a new fixed flex APY launching 2022. Now, this is extremely exciting. Basically, Safuu decided to launch their own blockchain, and I'm gonna cover that in more detail in just a moment. But this is really huge news, and I think a lot of the developments surrounding the Safuu X blockchain and its native token are responsible for much of the upward price movement recently. Now up here we have Safuu Lifestyle. Safuu Lifestyle is a company that will aim to deliver branded lifestyle retail products to the Safuu community. So that's another revenue stream for the Safuu ecosystem. And here is yet another one, Safuu Travel. Safuu Travel is a company aiming to get planes in the air and offering travel for all Safuu token holders, expected in 2027. So this one is still in the works, but I do think it is an interesting idea, and hopefully that will work out. Now, Safuu Racing helps market our Safuu token and is currently racing throughout the UK. So this one is already live. There are already cars racing as part of the Safuu Racing team. And if you go up here to the top of the site, you see there's a whole section dedicated to Safuu Racing. So if you want to find out more details about that, you can come to the website and just click this racing link. And then it says here, what's next? We have some very exciting stuff in the works, which we will be announcing soon. And so I really love this. They've really branched out and started doing lots of other things to keep the project alive and to keep it growing. And that is really what I like to see as an investor. Now here's a section for the latest news. This is always being updated. So they've just released their light paper for the Safuu X blockchain, and they've got some nodes giveaways, and you can come to the website and keep up to date with the latest news. And here is the CEO of Safuu, Brian Legend. Okay, Brian Legend is the CEO of Safuu, and his YouTube channel helps keep all Safuu community members informed on everything Safuu. I will say Brian actually does a really great job of keeping the community updated. He has stayed very active, and he does a lot of AMAs where he answers questions and responds to any concerns. And that's really important when there's all these new developments and all of these new things that are happening within the project. It's really important to have that open communication to keep everybody informed about what's going on. And I do think that Brian Legend does a good job of that. And then here at the bottom of the site, there are lots more resources and links if you want to check out any of these topics in particular, get more info about the auto staking and compounding, the insurance fund, the treasury, etc., etc. Now I want to give you a quick breakdown of the tokenomics. So here's the tokenomics breakdown. What is the Safuu token? Safuu is a BEP20 token which rewards its holders with automatic passive interest payments every 15 minutes over the lifespan of 13.5 years until the maximum supply of 3.25 billion tokens has been reached. Is Safuu just another Titano fork? Our entire protocol smart contract was written and developed from scratch from our own competent group of developers. It does not contain any resemblance to Titano's code or operation, as Safuu works on a completely new set of mechanics which allows for complete protocol sustainability. We also have several proprietary mechanisms in place that we have created ourselves, which offers many improvements over our competition, such as the Safuu auto liquidity engine, the Safuu insurance fund, our long-term interest cycle, as well as safeguards in place which secure against malicious hack attempts. Now the buy and sell fees. So Safuu buy and sell fees are an important component of the SAP. They provide capital for performing critical functions to the protocol. Other protocols utilize selling bonds to support the same functions as Safuu fees, but we believe that approach is riskier because if bonds are not purchased, the token can lose its support and spiral downward in price, as we have seen with several of these bond-based protocols. Selling bonds also costs token holders. It reduces the amount of APY that can be offered and eliminates the ability to offer a stable APY. The amount of fees, 14% for buys and 16% for sells. And then it cuts off. I'm not sure if that was supposed to continue, but that is important to know that the buy tax is 14%. And the sell tax is 16%, okay? And then here are the trading fees explained. So when someone buys Safuu at a 14% slippage, okay, the automatic liquidity pool, 4% of order fees return to liquidity. Now, the Safuu insurance fund is going to get 5% of the order fees, 2.5% of order fees go to the treasury, and 2.5% of Safuu is burned in the fire pit. Now, when someone sells Safuu at a 16% slippage, 4% of the fees are returned to liquidity, 5% of order fees are going to the SIF, 4.5% of those order fees go to the treasury, and 2.5% of Safuu is burned in the fire pit. And here's some more information about the fixed APY. And remember, APY stands for annual percentage yield. And basically this is just explaining how it works. So basically every 15 minutes you get a rebase, which is compound interest on your Safuu. And they have some examples here, like if you started with a balance of only one Safuu on day one, after 1 year your balance will have grown to 3,829.45 Safuu, and that's a result of that compound interest. So you can read more about that at the website. There's some information about the long-term interest cycle. In order to maintain sustainability and future growth, we have introduced a long-term interest cycle component, which will award Safuu token holders with continued compound interest in perpetuity. Each interest cycle is 15 minutes in length and is referred to as an epoch. Now you see here the amount of interest on each rebase is going to change over time. So starting at epoch 1, so for the first 12 months, every interest cycle you're going to get 0.02355%. All right, then for the next 6 months, it goes down to 0.00211%. And then for the next 6.5 years, it goes down to 0.00014%. And then after that, in perpetuity, until the max supply is reached, it will be 0.00002%. Okay, so that's the basics of the tokenomics. And there's more information on the website if you want to come here and check it out. You can read that stuff for yourself. Now, one of the major pieces of news that I alluded to earlier is the development of the Safuu X blockchain. And that blockchain is going to have a native token, which is the Safuu X token. And this is extremely important. So let me give you some information about that. Now, here is the Safuu X website. And you see here, this is the world's first auto rebasing layer 1 blockchain, and you can download the light paper if you want to get all the details. Now, it has a fixed APY for the first 8 months of 191,888%. So it's auto rebasing, interest is paid every 15 minutes. Auto staking, you just earn interest in your wallet. Now, if we go down, you see the native coin. Safuu X is the world's first auto rebasing, auto compounding, and auto staking blockchain. It's got an introductory fixed APY that'll rebase for the first 240 days. Then after that, it will switch to a fixed flex APY. Fire Pit Treasury and SIF contributions made from all on-chain transactions. Governance is a proof of staked authority consensus and is staking based, which gives more flexible options for community governance as well. Decentralization, the Safuu X blockchain runs more than 1,500 node validators, keeping the foundational architecture truly decentralized, and that's made up of 300 full nodes and 1,200 light nodes. Infrastructure, Safuu X will be launching with all key infrastructure and underlying technology built, audited, and battle tested, including the Safuu X DEX, or Decentralized Exchange, Safuu X Bridge, Safuu X DeFi, Safuu X Scanner, Key Wallet integration. Now here's the fee structure broken down. So Safuu X transfers will be taxed a minimal charge when utilizing our blockchain. The tax is set to a fixed 12% across all transactions to maintain ecosystem growth as well as achieve long-term sustainability. 5% Safuu X Fire Pit, 3% Safuu X Insurance Fund, 2% Safuu X Treasury, 2% flexible rebase component. Now here is kind of a timeline that they have to get to the mainnet launch. So these are the phases that they list. So first one, nodes. So full nodes and light nodes are going to be available to purchase pre-launch. Now this is coming soon. They haven't made this available yet, but they have announced that it will become available soon. Then there's going to be a sacrifice event. So you can sacrifice your current Safuu and receive a bonus multiplier in Safuu X tokens. So that's set to begin on October 20th, and it will last through November 20th. Then there's the test net. So this is a live environment where developers can test the network with their dApps. That will be November 20th to January 19th of 2023 there. And then there is the mainnet. Safuu X blockchain protocol is fully developed and deployed, and that is scheduled for January 20th of 2023. Now, here are some frequently asked questions about this Safuu X. So first of all, what is Safuu X? Safuu X is the world's first auto rebasing layer 1 blockchain that uses its own native token, Safuu X, the same way as Binance Chain uses BNB or Ethereum uses ETH. Should I sacrifice? The sacrifice period will be the only chance to get in on the ground floor for Safuu X. If you are trying to decide whether or not to sacrifice your Safuu for Safuu X, you are encouraged to do so, as you will be entitled to an 81% bonus on day 1 of the sacrifice event. The easiest way to understand what the sacrifice event is to look at it as an ICO comparison, where you'll receive Safuu X coins to the value of what you are sacrificing, plus a multiplier and bonuses if you take part on day 1 of the sacrifice. So if you're going to be sacrificing your Safuu tokens for Safuu X tokens, it would be better to do it on day 1 of the sacrifice, because you will get rewarded with a higher multiplier and bonuses. Now, when does the sacrifice event start? The sacrifice for Safuu X event will begin on October 20th, 2022 and will last for a period of 30 days. How do I sacrifice and what does it mean? If you are a current Safuu BEP20 token holder, in other words, a holder of the original Safuu token, you will be awarded the great advantage of being able to sacrifice your existing tokens to receive your Safuu X first, and also receive a much better conversion rate, including a multiplier of 1.65 plus no sales tax invoked. This means you will receive a grand total 81% bonus if you are an existing Safuu token holder. So Here's an example. If the current Safuu market price is $24 and then the Safuu X launch price is $6, in this case, the conversion would be 1 to 4, meaning you would receive 4 Safuu X tokens. Whatever the market value of Safuu is at the time will determine how many Safuu X coins you will receive. So in other words, you're going to receive the full value of your holdings when you sacrifice your Safuu for Safuu X. Plus, you can end up getting this multiplier. So on day one, that multiplier is 50%. If you're a current Safuu holder, then you get a 15% multiplier on top of that, plus no sales tax, which adds another 16%. So in total, you could get up to 81% in bonus. And for all other coins being sacrificed, the highest multiplier achievable is 1.5, which equals a 50% bonus. And that will only be available on day one sacrifice, October 20th, 2022. So what happens to the current Safuu token once Safuu X goes live? The Safuu BEP20 token will continue on its current path, but the end goal is to completely transition Safuu to Safuu X throughout 2023. The branding emphasis will be given to the Safuu X blockchain. It is strongly encouraged that current holders of Safuu continue to hold and not sell until the sacrifice event begins. On day one of the event, you will be given the opportunity to sacrifice for Safuu X and receive an 81% bonus just for doing so. So do you have to sacrifice your Safuu for Safuu X? No, you don't have to, but they're saying here that they're going to be shifting all of their priorities for marketing, branding, etc. to Safuu X. And of course, because Safuu X is not only a token, but it's also a blockchain, it has tremendous potential for growth. So I think this is really amazing that they're doing all this. It's certainly ambitious, but it definitely seems like it has tremendous potential. And I'm really excited to see how it all plays out. So hopefully that cleared up some things about what's going on with Safuu and Safuu X. And again, you can see from the recent price movement that the general sentiment seems to be quite positive about these developments. So I'll keep you guys posted with more videos as new developments happen. But for now, if you got value out of this video, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel where we talk about all things crypto and DeFi, and feel free to leave a comment below. We'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.